Hello, all you amazing and wonderful Digimon masters. Welcome back to the channel. IStandAlone Gaming. And today, we're going to be playing Digimon World 1 for our Throwback series. So, with that being said, in the last episode, we ended up on this screen. We had Seedramon evolve into... was it Seedramon? I believe it was Seedramon. Evolve into Digitamamon because we failed to get our Digivolution correct. But it was definitely Digitamamon. We used the item from Waymon's cave, and as soon as we evolved him, ended up passing away. So with that being said, we're on this screen. We took a vote, and the people decided, picked orange. Let's go ahead and pick orange. We're going to go through and do Patamon probably, and work our way up to Angemon, and possibly have a little surprise ending. But we shall see. I don't think I've ever done this path before. I never fully completed the game way back when I used to play it. At least not all the Digimon. And because it would take a lot of time. Not saying that I won't do it this time, but we'll see. Let's go for a new name. And let's go for Greg. Just because. I don't know anybody named Greg. I just feel like it would work with where we're going. It's okay with me. So let's go ahead. Obviously, first thing we're going to have to go ahead and do is train. So we're going to go ahead and train up our babies up into Patamon. And then we will do a little montage when we get to Patamon. Get to Angemon. And we'll go from there. So, first things first. Stats are horrendous. Every time he Digivolves, he'll gain a little bit more stats. So we're going to go for offense first. Get one or two going from here. Maybe a third one going. I wish I was better at the bonus tries. Definitely save you some time if you can get it more often than I do. But I'm very bad at it, so I'm sure there's ways to make it easier on yourself, but I've seen that people like speed run this game and stuff, so I know there's a way. I just haven't done it myself. Head over here, drop a deuce. Let's see if we can grab some of our meat for today so we can stock up, and then we'll go to sleep. There we go, 3 sirloin. Go to sleep. Save and continue. Continue our training process. All right, let's go up to brains this time. Do a couple in brains. Sound like a zombie. Brains. I want to eat your brains. We're only getting 6 for that. Eesh. It's terrible. There's a few ways you can increase getting your stats higher per training session. One is Kuwagamon and Kabuterimon. For some reason, they are not in the training grounds. One of the people said it could be because I sent them to the arena, which I believe is the case. As I stated in my last episode, the blue flute is somehow missing from my inventory, probably when Metal Greymon died. And we are on day 4, so we could go check, but then we'll be missing out on valuable training time. So I think we'll get Patamon first, or maybe Angemon. Let's get Angemon first. and then we can go see if we can get our blue flute back. Let's get some HP and MP going. Typically, this baby form takes a day. So we shall see. I think the other one is like 6 or 12 hours or something like that. So I think it's 12 hours a day, rookie in 3 days, or rookie evolves in 3 days to a champion. And then champion is like 7 or 8 days. I think you're age 7 when you digivolve. Or no, it's actually longer than that because it's up all the way up to age 11, I think, for ultimate. So between ages 8 and 11, I think, if you meet parameters. Sometimes you can get them to live a little bit longer. Typically, that is your window. The further you get in the game and the more tamer levels you get and stuff like that, I think that does affect not only your parameters, but your length or age of your Digimon. So the further you get in the game, I think the longer your Digimon survives as well. Alright, so let's do this one more time and then we'll do some MP. There we go. Sleepy boy. Go ahead and put him to sleep. The reason I check the status screen before I put him to sleep is because there's been times where for some reason it wouldn't show up and I like really rushed to put him to sleep and then he ended up shitting while he was sleeping. So make sure that you're double checking or at least waiting long enough to see if sleep is the only thing that he wants. Especially if you're trying not to get care mistakes. If you're going for a Digivolution that does require care mistakes, then by all means, do whatever you want to do. I believe Angemon, you can't have any care mistakes. Right, let's go ahead and do some more offense. And then if we don't Digivolve yet, we'll do some more brains. Glitching through my character. Got a bunch of Digimushrooms we could feed this guy, but we did farm some Digimushrooms. Do this one more time and then we'll go to brains. Another cool thing about the in-training Digimon is they usually don't get tired. Or at least not as often as other Digimon. In the sense that they don't get the debuff for like the sickness. They do get tired in the fact that they need to sleep, but not for the little teardrop icon that shows up when your Digimon is tired. Here we go. He's a pooper. While we're over here, let's go pick up our meat. go. A couple more trainings and he should evolve. So let's go ahead and head back over. I'm also pretty sure the more or your higher your tamer level, the more stats you keep when your Digimon does pass away. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe that is the case, at least in this one. Here we go. Should be Patamon. We shall see, though. The only choices, I believe, are Patamon and Elecmon. And we get Patamon. Yay! Makes you want to pat him on the head. Pat him. There you go. Happy little Patamon. Now we got to get back to training, so we're going to go ahead and do a short little montage of him getting to champion, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, here we go. Let's see what we get. A few days later, and we get Angemon. So here we go. This is what we're aiming for. Stats are still looking pretty good. I mean, they're not great because Angemon needed brains mostly and offense, or brains, HP, and MP is basically what he needs. So our stats aren't looking the greatest. Hoping to have some more by the time he evolved. But got what we got. So what we're going to do first before continuing our training is move over to Gear Savannah real quick and check out the Savannah shop, or the secret item shop, whatever you want to call it these days. We're going to head over here, talk to Bergermon. We are too broke for anything, so we're going to walk. So we're going to head over to the Gear Savannah. I believe we were there in episode like 3 or 4. Not entirely sure which one. But I'm going to go ahead and just speed up the footage until we get there, so that way if you don't know where it is, you can see where it is. So I'll see you in a few. All right, so we are here at the Gear Savannah. Let's go ahead into the shop. See if we have any recycled items that we can pick up. Well, unfortunately, like I said, we lost our blue flute, which I'm pretty sure is a regular item, unless it's a key item. We should probably check that real quick. Yeah, I don't see it down there in the items. Definitely not in our item list. And the blue flute is used to call Digimon when we caught Digimon and he took us over to Beetle Island. So if we can't pick it up here, don't have anything to sell. So does that mean we have to fish up Digimon yet again? Grab another blue flute, if that's even possible? I am not sure. I don't think I've ever had this happen to me before. But we'll figure something out. We still have to get back to Beetle Island because I want to find out why Quagamon and Kabuterimon are not at our gym, because they usually boost the stats that you get from your gym. There's one or two other ways to boost your stats as well, but most of those are very expensive, so we're not going to go ahead and do either of those. It's very unfortunate, but just is what it is. So let's go ahead and use the autopilot to get back to the city. We're going to have to scold this boy. And we're going to go ahead and try to give it to him again. There we go. Now there's two things that we're going to go ahead and attempt to do. So one is put all of our items away in the bank here. There is a reason for it. Just trust the process. So we're going to put everything away. Nothing's in our inventory. You know what? We'll take one large meat just in case. We won't miss it. That's definitely not what I wanted to do. There we go. So we have one meat with us. Everything else stored away. Now the second thing we need to do is go ahead and pat this guy. Make him all happy. But we're dropping his discipline. I believe you have to be below the threshold of 50, which is when his face turns blue like so. And then we're going to head up here to an area we haven't been to yet. Oh, they told us we opened it. Oh, that's right. We lost to Airdramon and use a save state. So let's... I mean, he's really weak as it is, so we could go pretty much anywhere. So let's head over to this side. We almost lost a fight in the Gear Savannah, so... let's just head over here and see what happens. Pretty much all we have to do is lose a fight or a battle. So we should be able to do it right here. We are already pretty low. If they hits us with the one move that does like 200, I think it is, we'll definitely have our run for our money. Plus our attack's not super high. We worked on our brains. But once we get the loss, there's a 50% chance that we'll get what we're getting. Get what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. No, Angemon, no! You were supposed to be my savior. What will I ever do? Let this count down. This is the reason why we emptied our inventory, because if you lose in a fight, you lose items. Oh my gosh. You're back after losing. Go ahead and skip all this. And just like that, we get it on our first try. So as you can see, he now has a Digivolve icon. We now have Digimon. Look at that bad boy. Greg has Digivolved. And this is why we named him Greg. I just feel like Digimon should be named Greg. Let's go ahead and see if we have any meat, and then we'll put him to sleep if we need to. It's not tomorrow yet. Sleep. Alright, so even though we did evolve twice, his stats are probably still pretty shit. So we're going to go ahead and double check his stats, and then maybe train some more. Yeah, his stats are pretty much exactly the same as they were with Angemon. So what we're going to do is go ahead and end this episode here. So with that being said, let me know in the comments what you want to see done next. Clearly, we need to do some training. If anyone has any advice on how to power level this guy up pretty good, hopefully we can get to an ultimate at this point. I don't think we have any more chips that we can farm or obtain, or at least anytime soon. There is 1 or 2 Digimon that we can get without having the battle. But I want to save those until after we can beat Airdramon. So it's going to be a while before we can beat Airdramon. But the cool thing about this guy is he gets to use air attacks, so we have a decent amount of attacks already. He also gets to use battle attacks. He also gets to use 2 ice attacks that are pretty good, but I do not have those. So put on a spinning shot, an electric cloud, and we could do dynamite kick. I'm not a big fan of the melee ones. They just don't seem to ever connect. They tend to have less MP cost, though, for the power that they have. So maybe I will put it on. But yeah, with that being said, this is going to be the end of this episode. Let me know in the comments where we should go next, how we should train, and so on and so forth. In the comments, somebody picked Digimon, and we obtained Digimon. So let's keep that going. I kind of like the idea of somebody else being in control. So at least for this part. But yeah, we got a lot to do. I still want to do 100 prosperity overall at the end of the series, at least. But with that being said, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I really hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care.